the ratio. Children, when we get the word ratio, that means which formula we are talking of?
Section formula.
Yes. So keep in mind that section formula is going to be used here. Find the ratio in which the line segment, the line 2x plus y minus 4 equal to 0 divides the line segment joining A and B. So far, we have done questions like this, that find the ratio in which point PXY, कुछ point given होता है, divides the join of A and B. We have done such kind of questions so far. जी बेटा, इस type के questions हमने किए when the point of division of a line segment AB is given. Right. So now let us see how it works here. I'll just connect it with AB first of all. Suppose I have a line segment AB whose coordinates are given to me, x1, y1, x2, y2, whatever. And there's a point P which divides AB into M2 in the ratio M1 is to M2. What we are going to do? What do we do here? This is x1, y1, x2, y2. Suppose this is x comma y. This is known, and this is also known, suppose. Can we find the ratio M1, M2, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Using which formula? Section formula? Right.
Yes, ma'am.
In the question, we are not given that the point is dividing AB. Rather, we are given there is a line. एक line है which is dividing AB in some ratio. This is the line 2x plus y minus 4. Suppose this is the line 2x plus y minus 4, which is dividing this line segment AB, in some ratio, let's say M1 is to M2. Our target is to find the value of M1, M2. Children, are you clear with the question first of all? Ki what is given and what is asked in the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We are given a line which is dividing this line segment in some ratio, and we have to find this ratio, beta. ठीक है? But हमें ये concept नहीं आता. We know the concept where the point of division is given, and we are finding the ratio. So, children, from the figure, can we say that let P be the point of division? Because even if the line is intersecting this line segment, but line is intersecting line segment at some point P. किसी point पे ही तो meet कर रही है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Time being, let me just rub it off. समझने के लिए. Are we getting back to our original situation?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, beta. But now here the coordinates I would like to take A comma B. Because if I take xy, it will confuse me with this xy. So I've just taken any other variables, hardly matters. है ना बच्चा? Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, how does section formula work here? Section formula says that small a is equal to m1 into x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2 beta. Right? And small b is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 m2. जी बच्चा?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
But beta, here if we see, A is unknown, B is unknown, sorry, M1 is unknown, M2 also unknown. So can we find ratio when there are 4 unknowns? Out of 8, 4 are not known to us. Out of 8 variables, 4 variables are not known to us. So can we go ahead in this direction, or do we need something more here?
Ma'am, something more.
Now line is given. कुछ तो use होगा. So I'm just drawing my line back. By the knowledge of linear equations in two variables, जब हमने graph draw किए हैं, we know if two lines intersect at a point, what happens? This common point is solution.
Unique
This
solution.
point of intersection is known as solution. And this point of intersection must be lying on this line as well as line segment, beta.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
तो यही है. And if PAB is lying on this line, does it mean that it must be a solution of this line?
Yes, ma'am.
Any point on the line is its solution. And by saying solution means the value, if I take A in place of X, and if I take B in place of Y, it must be 0. This must satisfy the equation.
Yes, ma'am.
यही होता है ना. If anybody is having confusion, I am giving one example. Suppose you have a line x plus 3 is equal to, x plus y is equal to, let's say, m. And I am saying 3 comma 2 is a solution of this equation. Find m. How do you do when I say it's a solution? You replace x by 3 and y by 2 and you get the value of m, because I am saying 3 comma 2 is a solution. So here I am saying a comma b is a solution of this line. So that means 2a plus b minus 4 must be 0. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
ठीक है. Now, if I put the values of a and b from here in this equation, from here in this equation, do you believe we will be left with only two variables? Because a or b
Yes,
to
ma'am.
chali jaएंगे. A and b will be gone. So now we will be left with only two variables m1, m2, which we have to find. Ratio ही तो find करनी है. Are you with me, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear with the concept? Yes. So this point is actually lying on the line segment as well as on the line. So for line segment, it must satisfy section formula. And for the line, the solution must be satisfying the equation. That is how we have to solve it further to get the values of m1 and m2. Shall we write it down properly and see how the things work out? If it is clear to you? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let us write it down. I'll not be writing big enough because the question is lengthy. So let us do one thing. First of all, let us draw a rough figure, because without figure it will not work. So I'm going to draw a figure. Let's say A, B, 2 minus 2, 3 comma 7. Let this be the equation of the line 2x plus y minus 4 equals 0. This is the point of intersection. I'm taking it A comma B, which divides AB in the ratio m1 is to m2. Okay. So let the line 2x plus y minus 4 equals 0 divides AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 at point P, A, comma B. Right? Children, please do mention that we will be taking this as x1, y1 and this as x2, y2. Then, by section formula, A equals m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. All right. Let us please put the values. x2 is 3. So 3 m1, x1 is 2 plus 2 m2. 3 m1 plus 2 m2. And b is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. This is again by section formula. Let us again put the values now. y2 is 7. So 7 m1 plus minus 2 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Yogendra, could you please pause the video? Now children, you can see we have got A and B using section formula with respect to line segment AB. Now we can see that this point P set is lying on this line as well. This point P lies on the line as well, as PAB lies on 2x plus y minus 4 equals 0. So this means PAB must satisfy it. Now satisfy it means that instead of x we shall put A and in place of y we shall put B. So 2a plus b minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay. Now that further means, let us put the value of a from here, which is 3m1 plus 2m2 divided by m1 plus m2, and b is 7m1 minus 2m2 divided by m1 plus m2 beta. And this minus 4 equals 0. Okay. Now in the denominator we have m1 plus m2. We would like to get rid of this. So to get rid of the denominator, what will we do? Shall we multiply the entire equation by m1 plus m2? Shall we multiply the entire equation by m1?
Yes, ma'am.
So beta m1 plus m2 into this. That will give me, cancel ho jayega. So that will give me 2 twice of 3m1 plus 2m2. Because denominator will get cancelled. Likewise here, denominator will get cancelled. So it is 7m1 minus 2m2. And what about this 4?
4 into m1 plus m2.
Yes. So 4 into m1 plus m2, which gives us 0. Which gives us 0. Okay? So now let us open the bracket. 2 into 3. 6m plus 4m2 plus 7m1 minus 2m2 minus 4m1 minus 4m2 is equal to 0. Clear? Plus 4 minus 4 cancel. Let us collect m1. 6 plus 7. 13.
13.
13. 6 plus 7, 13. 13 minus 4.
9m1.
Yes. So 9m1 minus 2m2 is equal to 0. Which means 9m1 is equal to 2m2 beta.
Yes, ma'am.
And that means M1 upon
On
M2
M2.
is
2
equal
by
to
9.
9. So what is the ratio?
2:9.
2:9.
Therefore, required ratio is 2:9. Clear?